What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. We're going to be speaking on pushing through your insecurities, or any insecurities for that matter. And here's the thing, what I want to relate to. The thing that I thought about, right, when thinking about this video, or even when seeing what title I'm going to put or what topic I'm going to be speaking about, is when it comes down to insecurities, a lot of it is from the comedy moment, right? The things that you're insecure about when you were 6 or 5 or 8 or 9 is not what you're probably insecure about right now, right? And if you are 16, 17, 24, 32, you're probably not going to be insecure about those specific things when you're 48, 50, 60. The point of the matter is a lot of insecurities come from our timing of right now, right? What you do is you just work through them, right? Nobody's saying you're going to feel good about yourself playing basketball or yourself reading a book. You might not even comprehend what the literature of that book is saying, but you're working through it and you're reading. A lot of times the things that people are good at is because they do it on a regular basis, right? People talk all about the basketball players. I'm not really going to, yeah, we can mention one. Could be Bryant, right? For an example, they say, he was such a good basketball player. Then when you look at his background and you realize why he was so good is because he was always at the gym, he was always practicing. So a lot of things, it's not about him being the best player, nothing like that. And I don't want to get too political, but the point of the matter is, a lot of times when we think that we're not good or we're not as great as we could be, it's just because we haven't yet reached our full potential. We haven't yet worked on these things, right? So, and they will naturally, it will play itself out, right? Believe it or not, it will play itself out, right? It's kind of like anybody that started a career choice, anybody that started a job, right? You always see the new person on the job is always like trying to figure it out, and that was once you at one point. We all go through that phase, and these are things that people can be insecure about. People that could not feel confident about themselves when it comes on to new things, right? I mean, look at a baby when the baby first learns to walk. The baby's all like waddly, you know what I mean? It's trying to like it folds on a couple times, then it starts to get the hang of it, and next thing you know, it's running up and down the hallway. So what the same way, right? Doesn't matter how old we get, we're always going to feel kind of unsteady about certain things, but we just keep doing them, especially if things that you're insecure about, things that you might be insecure about. Trying to think of something that's like that's like an everyday thing. You might be insecure about, say you're driving, right? Let's say you're not confident about your driving skills, and you're very insecure, or you feel embarrassed maybe if you can't parallel park or whatever the case is. You probably don't parallel park on a regular basis. You probably just go in the parking lot and back it in, right? So don't feel embarrassed about certain things, right? A lot of times you think that, I'm going to give you an example. I was, at one point, right, in my life, I started to, like, because I've always grown up, like, running. I do a lot of running, right? As I got older, I see that a lot of guys, like, my age are more about the looking big or whatever the case is. So when I was in high school, I feel like I was like scrawny or whatever, but I knew my position. I didn't know back then, but now today I know my position. I know my position is more about, I want endurance. I'm not saying it's bad to be stocky or bulk or whatever, but I specifically want endurance out of it. So I'm gonna continue this running, even if running trims off fat or trims off that that weight where I'm able to put on. Plus, I have a high metabolism, so it's like hard for me to keep on weight anyway, right? So it's kind of like I used to at one point in my life feel insecure about the image of myself, but then once I started to continue to work on it, I understood where my position was, where I was placed at, where my motive is, and that's where I want you guys to understand. Even if you guys at the time of this recording or next year or whatever ever come across a feeling of feeling like you're not confident about it, just keep working on that task, and eventually you get so used to it, you become good at it, right? So this just like anything, but make sure that you guys are pushing through it, right? Work on it, especially if you're insecure about it. Is more reason for you to work on it more. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Like, share, comment, subscribe as always. Drop a notification, drop a wisdom quote if you guys have one, and I will see you guys in the next video.